I'm Vic Myers. Welcome to The Resistance. This is part 7 of my Trump tax series, the ICE-Stoppo. The Trump tax gives ICE a massive, massive boost in power. It gives them more money, more agents, and fewer rules. They're hiring thousands, expanding their force to a size that rivals that of the United States Marines. The funding is there to make ICE even bigger than Israel's military, the same army that has all but wiped out Gaza. ICE's $75 billion budget over 4 years is larger than some nations' defense budgets. They're giving that money to a domestic force that targets people inside our borders. That's not about public safety. That's about domestic control. And that's not an accident. That's a plan. The Trump tax revives a program called 287G. It deputizes police to act like ICE agents. So now local cops can check your status during a traffic stop, or I don't know, maybe after a noise complaint. ICE doesn't have to come knocking, because your sheriff will. Some states saw this coming. For instance, Colorado passed a law that says police can't work with ICE. But under 287G, that might not matter. Once they're deputized, they work under federal authority and not state law. So your governor may say no, but ICE can still say yes. That's not just coordination. That's occupation. And that's not an accident. That's a plan. ICE isn't just growing in size. It's upgrading its tools. The Trump tax expands their surveillance power. It gives ICE access to more databases, both government and private sector. It lets them gather intel about you, not just immigrants, without warrants, without oversight, without probable cause, in every state, in every county. They want you to think this is just about the border. It's not. It's about you. It's about your town. It's about your rights, your neighbors. This isn't border security. It's authoritarian control. We're already seeing it happen. How many videos have you seen where ICE is breaking into homes, smashing car windows, totally ignoring the Constitution? They call it enforcement, but it's a police state, make no mistake about it. That's not border control. That's collapse of civil order. And that's not an accident. That's a plan. They're turning ICE into a standing army, an unaccountable force with military-level funding, surveillance capability, and deputized police to back them up. That's not an accident. That's a plan. You know, we already spend more than $80 billion a year on jails and prisons in this country. Now the Trump tax gives ICE $75 billion more for detention, deportation, and surveillance. They're building a second incarceration system on top of the one we have, just for immigrants. Or is it? Because once you build a system like this, it never stops at them. It comes for the rest of us. Timothy Snyder wrote On Tyranny to warn us what it looks like when democracy dies in silence. He said it begins when loyalty to law is replaced by loyalty to power. If you work for ICE, you've made a choice. This agency isn't protecting anyone. It's terrorizing America. Some agents are quitting because they see this for what it is. If you're still in, you've chosen the side that does this. That makes you the enemy of the country you swore to serve. If this were 1930s Germany, would you be following orders or resisting them? The rest of us still have a choice. Sheriff elections are on the ballot this year and next all across the country. Mayors and city councils too, the ones who hire the police chiefs. Ask your sheriff candidates. Ask your city council and mayoral candidates, in public and on the record, Will our police serve us, or will they serve the Gestapo? The ballot may be the only defense we have left, because this system is designed to fail the Constitution. This system is designed to tear down democracy. Thanks for listening. Good day.